The glutes are one of the single most important muscles for building an impressive physique. They're also one of the largest muscles in the body, so regardless of whether you're a man or you're a woman, building this one muscle will make it immediately obvious that you lift from the side and the rear. So in this video, I'm ranking the best and worst glute exercises for muscle growth. Using the latest exercise signs, we'll go from S tier for super all the way down to F tier for fail. And at the end, I'll show you what I think are the very best and the very worst glute exercises of all time. Now, in order to figure out which exercises are better, we need to understand some very basic glute anatomy first. The glutes are technically three. Gluteus maximus, which is the real powerhouse of your lower body. It extends your hips like in a deadlift and externally. Rotates your leg like when you point your toes out. There's the gluteus medius, which is about 1/3 of the size of the gluteus maximus, but it's still well worth focusing on. It's still quite big. It has about the same amount of muscle mass as your delts, and since it sits on the upper glutes, it'll enhance that appearance of a upper glute shelf. The glute medius is very active during hip abduction, where you sweep your leg out to the side, and it's a very important stabilizer, so it's especially active during single leg exercises. And there's the even smaller glute minimus, which is about half the size of the glute medius, but also plays a key stabilization role and can add size to the upper glutes in addition to being split into those three separate muscles. Your glutes can also be divided into an upper, middle, and lower portion, and as we go, I'll reveal my number one exercise for each division of the glutes, hidden behind these three doors. So keep in mind that just because an exercise gets into S tier doesn't necessarily mean it's S tier for the entire glutes. It might be S tier for targeting one specific area, and here's my criteria for ranking glute exercises to get into S tier. The exercise needs to provide high tension, especially in the stretched position. It should feel good, which means it doesn't cause knee, hip, or low back pain, and there should be some way of progressing the exercise over time, which is ultimately what'll keep your glutes growing. Okay, let's start with the most popular glute exercise on the internet, the hip thrust. The barbell hip thrust is barbell hip thrust.